with event 35, the girls' 200-yard individual medley. E1. In lane 3, Maddie. Lane 4, Brady. And lane 5, Emma. And Brady from West Express gets us started here tonight. A nice little 2.5 second time drop, PR City for Brady Smith. Heat 2. In lane 1, Audrey. Lane 2, Vivian. Lane 3, Gabby. Lane 5, Liz. Lane 6, Summer. And lane 7, Lily. Summer in lane 6, a member of Team USA, Para. She just happens to hold the American record in this event. Summer training with the St. Croix Swim Club, preparing for the Pan Pac Games coming up. She had a terrific 500 this morning, only a couple of seconds off of her American record personal best. Summer's American record in this event at 2:19.66. And there's a nice 209.54 for Liz Gabler. And a 25 for Summer. Heat 3. In lane 1, Gwyneth McLaughlin. Lane 3, Sofia Kovalenko. Lane 4, Soph Berg. Lane 6, Huizhu Kim. 7, Emma Demlo. And lane 8, Whitney Scorsese. Anybody's race here with 50 free to go. We have Gwyneth, Sophia, and Huizhu. All in the same area code. And Sophia leads the parade of 211s. A nice swimming there. Heat 4. Lane 1, Addison Forshee. Lane 2, Madeline Jenin. In 3, Paige Krings. Lane 5, Mia Seidel. Lane 6, Lucia Freed. Lane 7, Lauren Kilalea. And lane 8, Erin Precker. And Mia Seidel of Sam's big 50 breaststroke split, 35.99. But here comes Madeline Jenin, one of the really good distance freestylers in the meet. But Mia hangs on. Pair of 210s, good swimming. Heat 5. In lane 1, Chandler Offerman. Lane 2, Evie Holmes. 3, Audrey Saris. 4, Janessa Sentiers. Lane 5, Izzy Westling. Lane 6, Josefa Moody. Lane 7, Brooke Olson. And lane 8, Kayla Haycraft. And we got a little outside smoke here from Chandler Offerman of Riptide. Chandler storming the breaststroke. And it looks like Chandler's going to hang on. And there's a nice one, 207.74. Nice 2-second drop for Chandler. Heat 6. These swimmers are our top 8 seeds. In lane 1 is Kaya Casey. Lane 2, Abria Glaze. Lane 3, Lexi Tippy. Lane 4, Logan Haverman. Lane 5, Grayson Andreen. In 6, Mary Miller. 7, Sarah Hurley. And lane 8, Caroline Mulrooney. High 57s for Logan and Grayson. And Logan, breaststroke specialist. It's just going to be a matter of what's her lead at the 150. And the answer is 2.5 body lengths. Logan's best time, 2:01.2. And a really nice 2:01.8. Very close to her best time. And now we move on to the boys. 200 IM. We have 3 heats. Heat 1. In lane 1, Carson Hamill. Lane 2, Owen Wanapa. 2 is Carson, 3 is Owen. In lane 4, Tristan Fari. Lane 5, Tyler Hultgren. 6, Owen Smith. And lane 7, Holden Then. And 3 across at 134. Tristan Fari dialing up the freestyle. And he's going to have a nice drop. The second PR. Holden over in lane 7 with a nice 4-second drop as well. Heat 2. Lane 1, Andy Wasek. Lane 2, Henry Fink. Lane 3, Rowan Irwin. Lane 4, Sun Hong Chua. Lane 5, Morgan Sims. In 6, James Lamis. Lane 7, Ben Breezy. And lane 8, Isaac Botten. Isaac comes in with a long course seed time. Everybody else in the event sub 2 minutes coming in. And we still have 1 heat to go. And Rowan Irwin, 53-1 at the 100. And we know from previous events, Rowan, outstanding freestyler. And he is really digging in. Big swim for Rowan Irwin, 155.60. And now heat 3. These are our 8 fastest seeds. Actually 7 of them. Lane 1, Isaiah Jacob. In 2, Kipton Helmrich. 3, Lucas Warren. In 4, Charlie Bobbick, our 400 IM champ. Lane 5, Danny Bai. Lane 6, Mason Krings. And in lane 8, Jim Graham. And Charlie lighting it up in the breaststroke. He has been under 150. And a 26 flat would do it again. And so close, 150.30. That's got to be one of the top 2 or 3 fastest 200 IMs for Charlie from central Minnesota. And now we move on to the girls' 50-yard butterfly. He won. In lanes 3 through 6, we have Kendra Sophia Kovalenko, and Sarah Sophia Gilbertson in 3. And Sarah Hurley of Aqua Jets, 26.75. Heat 2. Top to bottom in Heat 2, we have Maddie Mullen, Mia Jones, Clara Hughes, Lydia Hadukovic, Aubrey Troutvetter, Bella Duval, and Brooke Olson. And a long course seed time for Brooke and for Maddie. And a couple of really good swims here. 26 threes. Heat 3. Top to bottom in Heat 3, we have Cora, Haley, Samantha, Annabelle, Maggie, Avery, Madison, and Ella. And more 26s. And we're just getting started. Heat 4. Top to bottom, we have Anna, Sydney, Reeve, Alyssa, Lola, Isla, and Lauren. And a whole mess of PRs in that heat. Heat 5. Top to bottom, Allie, Alice, Olivia, Patrick, Olivia Reiser, Maddie Urbanek, and Olivia Damon. And we'll see who wins the battle of the Olivias today. And the first Olivia to the wall is Olivia Patrick, right behind Alice Bender. Heat 6. We have Kate, Lily, Helen, Sabina, Taylor, Lauren, Whitney, and Abby. Now Heat 7. Lane 1, Penny with Audrey, Caroline, Lila, Aspen, Annika, Charlotte, and Jalen. Look at a big fly here for Annika Graham. 25-1-3. And that leaps to the top of the leaderboard. Heat 8. In Heat 8, we have Maya, Emma, Vivian, Avery, Aaliyah, McKenna, Emma, and Peyton. And Peyton Hultgren, another 25 into the mix. Now Heat 9. In Heat 9, our top heat, we've got Bree, Maddie, Bella, Julia, Maddie, Corinna, Chloe, and Soph. And already with a nice lead at the 25, multiple event winner Julia Ogren from Rochester. And Julia 24-40. That is a PR for Julia. And now the boys turn to some fly. He won. In Heat 1, we have Landon, Tommy, and Wesley. And a pair of 23s as we are taking no prisoners here in the boys fly. Heat 2. There appears to be some attrition in Heat 2, but hanging around to swim are Aiden, Andrew, Oliver, and Joey. And Joey definitely came to swim. 21-6-9. Now Heat 3. In Heat 3, we have Lucas, Owen, Mark, Wyatt, Braden, Mason, Bricks, and Alex. This heat is loaded with some really good meter seed times. We're going to see some more fast ones out of this heat. And there's Mason, 22-3-7. And that will sit number 2 on the leaderboard. Heat 4. In Heat 4, we have Allen, Nicholas, Sun Hung, Kellen, Jacob, James, Jared, and Gavin. And there is a big time, best time for Sun Hung. Heat 5. In Heat 5, Dan March, Isaac Button, Alex Frensha, Eli Melquist, Luca Arcilla, Lucas Toole, Hudson Zilke, and Jack Cavan. And Isaac Button got caught with an extra stroke, still went 23-8. Heat 6. In lane 1, Will. Lane 2, Joey. Lane 3, Nick. Lane 4, Cole. 5 is Jack. 6, Andy. 7, Luke. And 8, Thomas. And Will Zellen, 23-32. Heat 7. In Heat 7, we have Samuel, Alex, Aiden, Carter, Leaf, and Luke. Heat 8. In Heat 8, we have Hayden, Henry, Sam, Grant, Xavier, Sam, and Zach. Heat 9. In Heat 9, we have Sam, Micah, Rohan, Thomas, Michael, Cam, Brady, and Ty. And Rohan, 23-1. Heat 10. In Heat 10, we have Mason, Ballard, Ben, William, Joe, Lucas, Bryson, and Peyton. And 22-3-6 for Lucas McGann, and that will be good for second unofficially. Our next event is the girls 200 backstroke. Heat 1. In lane 3, Emma Bourne. 4, Avery Forshee. And 5, Adeline Godfrey. Let's congratulate our champions in the 200-yard individual medley. First, girls 200 IM para with a winning time of 2:25.49, our 2026 state champion. In the 200 IM para from St. Croix, Summer Schmidt. In the girls 200 IM, our 2026 state champion with a winning time of 2:01.81 from Sems, Logan Haverman. And in the boys 200 IM, our state champion with a winning time of 1:50.30 from Central Minnesota, Charlie Bobek. Congratulations to our 200 IM state champions. And getting us started, Avery Forshee, a 2:12.25. And that is a personal record for Avery. Heat 2. In lane 2, Madison Carr. Lane 3, McKenna Searcy. Lane 4, Avery Recker. In 5, Lauren Kissinger. 6, Ainsley Francis. And lane 7, Helen Liu. Now heat 3. In lane 1, Izzy. Lane 2, Anna. In 3, Taylor. Lane 4, Haley. Lane 5, Selvey. 6, Gracie. Lane 7, Lauren. And lane 8, Kylie. Let's take a moment right now to recognize our champions in the 50-yard butterfly. In the girls 50 fly, your state champion with a winning time of 24.40 from Rochester, Julia Ogren. And in the boys 50 fly, your 2026 state champion with a winning time of 21.69 from Lake Superior, Joey Zellen. And Taylor Hintz of Storm, the 2:08.73. Now heat 4. In lane 1, Iris. Lane 2, Olivia. Lane 3, Emma. Lane 4, Ruthie. Lane 5, Marin. Lane 6, Tanya. Lane 7, Samantha. And lane 8, Kaylee. Little outside smoke. And a shot at another 208 by Kaylee Van Ruden in lane 8. And Kaylee at 209.4. Samantha 209.5. Now heat 5. Lane 1, Keeley. Lane 2, Vivian. In 3, Cora. Lane 4, Sophie. Lane 5, Chandler. In 6, Ellen. 7, Shay. And lane 8, Macy. Shay Murphy, 102 flat. A 102 and a 104 yields a 206. And we're not going to see that 104 on the second half here. As the laws of anaerobic exercise physiology catch up here with Shay. And Cora Roseborough, 208.1. Although Shay with a personal record. Heat 6. This is our top-seeded heat. And we are enjoying the performances of Isabel Koch in lane 1. Lane 2, Megan Gillard. Lane 3, Josie McDonald. Lane 4, our top seed, Marion Colwaite. Lane 5, Lauren Killalea. Lane 6, Mackenzie Kaufenberg. Lane 7, Lexi Tippy. And lane 8, Elise Weingarten. Marion Callway cruising. Nice 58.7 on the way out. And Marion very likely here a shot at a personal record. She has been 2:01.2, and with a good last 50 could be on track for a 2:00. Bring up those legs, Marion. And look at that, 1:59.98 for Marion Callway. Milestone swim and a state championship for Marion. Our next event, event 40, the boys, 200 back. He won. In lane 2, Parker Larson. Lane 3, Hutton Newhall. In 4, Colton Rosinski. 5, Beckett Nelson. In 6, Caleb Coleman. And lane 7, Mark Milburn. And Colton on his way to a big time drop here. He was a 2:05.2 coming in. I think we're going to see a 2:01 and change, maybe a 2:02. And a 2:01.1. Nice drop for Colton. Heat 2. Lane 1, Hudson Zilke. Lane 2, Lucas Tuel. Lane 3, Henry Schultz. In 4, Nolan Hansen. Lane 5, Jacob Barker. Lane 6, Aiden Hawk. 7, Evan Ebert. And lane 8, Alex Dew. Aiden in lane 6. Got a nice one going here. And Aiden drops from a 2:04 to a 2:02. E3. In E3, lane 1, Wes. Lane 2, Miko. Lane 4, Teo. Lane 5, Ethan. In 6, Carson. 7, Jared. And lane 8, Ravi. We see our first sub 2-minute seed times in this heat. And a terrific second half here for Teo. And a 2:01.99. Heat 4. In lane 1, Soren. Lane 2, Alex. Lane 3, Justin. Lane 4, Harrison. Lane 5, Joshua. Lane 6, Nick. Lane 7, Kai. And lane 8, Owen. Justin Ma of the Minnesota Flyers. The big lead on a strong field. And Justin turns to the 125.3. Got a good shot at a 155. And there it is, a 125.28 for Justin Ma. 5.5 second drop. Now heat 5. In lane 2, Allen. In lane 3, Morgan. Lane 4, Blake. Lane 5, Maddox. In lane 6, Parker. Lane 7, Axel. And lane 8, Hayden. Axel Smith, 50 to go, on his way to a 156. Maybe better if he can really light this last 25 on fire. And a 156.9. Nice time drop. Now heat 6. in our top-seeded heat. Lane 1, Rowan Irwin. Lane 2, Kipton Helmrich. Lane 3, William Truskowski. Lane 4, Benno Schubauer. Lane 6, Wyatt Madsen. Lane 7, Thomas Foss. And lane 8, Andrew Linden. And at the 100, a big lead for William Truskowski of Rochester. Futures cut is a 152.79. And William has a shot, outside shot at going sub 150. Benno Schubauer closing, having a good one. 150.07 for William. And a nice 150.91 for Benno. Big time personal records for both boys. Our next event, event 41, girls 100-yard freestyle. He won. In lane 3, Maddie. Lane 4, Penny. Lane 5, Allie. And it's Allie, under 55. Milestone swim for Allie. Heat 2. In lane 1, Avery. Lane 2, Alice. Lane 3, Anna. In lane 4, Olivia. Lane 5, Kara. 6, Braylon. 7, Taylor. And 8, Molly. Avery Durer, lane 1 with a nice little surprise, a 54 flat. Equals her seed time to the 100th. Now heat 3. Lane 1, Adri. Lane 2, Gabby. Lane 3, Lucia. Lane 4, Mackenzie. Lane 5, Abby. In 6, Maddie. 7, Olivia. And lane 8, Bella. And Bella with a 53.69 personal record. Heat 4. In lane 1, Kendra. Lane 3, Elena. Lane 4, Lauren. Lane 5, Sophie. Lane 6, Kaylee. And lane 7, Avery. And Lauren Reed of Granite City. Nice finish. 53.63. Heat 5. Lane 1, Chloe. Lane 2, Audrey. In 3, Avery. 4, Jordan. 5, Emma. Lane 6, Maggie. Lane 7, Vivian Schott. And lane 8, Vivian Lenzen. No relation. And Audrey Crawford built herself a very nice third 25. And nice PR, 52.65. Heat 6. In lane 1, Evie. Lane 2, Grayson. 3, Taylor. In 4, Megan. Lane 5, Janessa. In lane 7, Bella. And lane 8, Bree. And a nice 24.7 from Grayson at the 50. At the flags, it's Grayson. And a 52.06. PR for Grayson. Heat 7. Our top seeded heat, lane 1, Aaliyah Lewick. Lane 2, Izzy Westling. In 3, Peyton Hultgren. Lane 4, Julia Ogren. Lane 5, Macy Malinsky. In 6, Maya Fadlala. 7, Marion Colwaite. And lane 8, Annika Graham. And Julia going for yet another event win. And there's a 49.86. Only 6 100s offered PR. And now we move on to the boys 100 freestyle. E1. In lane 2, Aiden. Lane 3, Alex. Lane 4, Ethan. In 5, Henrik. 6, Ben. Lane 7, Ezekiel. Little breakout here for Henrik Peterson and a sweet 48.8. A nice swim, Henrik. Heat 2. In lane 1, Maddox. In lane 2, our para-athlete, Logan Clares. In lane 3, Jacob. Lane 4, Zach. Lane 5, Leaf. Lane 6, Wyatt. In 7, Hunter. And lane 8, Nico. And Jack brings it home, 50.09. And Logan with a 60.47. And that's his best time. Nice job, Logan. PR City. E3. In lane 1, Luke. In 2, Oliver. In 3, Jack. Lane 4 is Kipton. 5, Parker. 6, Joey. In 7, Bryson. And lane 8, Brad. And a tight one. Kipton Helmerich, a nice 48.57. 48.6 for Luke in lane 1. Heat 4. And now we've got a heat where all the seed times are 48s, separated by 25 100ths of a second. Lane 1, Benno. Lane 2, Will. In lane 5, Justin. Lane 6, Landon. Lane 7, Ruslan. And lane 8, Wyatt. And a nice reach by Benno Schubauer. 47.07. Great finish and a great time. Heat 5. And another heat of all seed times in the 48s. 0.4 of a second, top to bottom. Lane 1, Aiden. Lane 2, Wesley. In 3, Alex. Lane 4, Sam. Lane 5, Alex Meyer. Lane 6, Tristan. Lane 7, Zach. And lane 8, Luca. And turning right together, Alex Meyer in 5, Alex Korolev in 3. And it's Alex Meyer winning the battle of the Alexes with a 47.9. Heat 6. And now our third straight heat of 48-second seed times in this deep 100 freestyle. Lane 1, Broden. Lane 2, Tommy. Lane 3, Rowan. Lane 4, Liam. In 5, Sawyer. Lane 6, Pascal. Lane 7, Sam. And lane 8, Brady. Rowan Irwin looking good. Couple feet ahead of Sam over in lane 7. And there is a 47.38 for Rowan, rather. And now heat 7. In lane 2, Joe. Lane 3, Andy. Lane 4, Ethan. Lane 5, Andrew. Lane 6, Gabe. Lane 7, Rogan. And lane 8, Peyton. This time all our seat times are 47s. Joe Hemberger out 22.71. And Joe 46.80. And that moves to the top of the leaderboard. Now heat 8. In lane 1, Grant. In 2, Louie. Lane 3, Camden. Lane 4, Cole. 5, Owen. In 6, Ballard. 7, James. And lane 8, Will. And Grant Slavsky of Mako first at the wall, 22.22. And at the flags, it's Grant. At the wall, it's Grant. 46.49. Heat 9. Our top-seeded heat with Finn Novak in lane 1. Lane 2, Mason Salwell. Lane 3, Brooks DeWitt. Lane 4, Joey Zellen. Lane 5, Danny By. Lane 6, Lucas McGann. Lane 7, William Fenicani Tuccio. And lane 8, Dante Framke. Danny By of North Suburban brought the big engine. And Danny 44.88. Terrific swim for Danny. 45s for Lucas, his teammate, and also Brooks DeWitt. Now we move on to the girls 200 breaststroke, event 43. He won. In lane 2, Hannah Alto. Lane 3, Evelyn Runquist. In lane 4, Alexis Rarick. Lane 5, Micah Tardia. Lane 6, Lex Jones. And lane 7, Olivia Fisher. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate our champions in the 200-yard backstroke. First, the girls 200 backstroke state champion with a winning time of 1:59.98 from Riptide, Marion Colway. And the boys 200 backstroke state champion for 2026 with a winning time of 1:50.07 from Rochester, William Truskowski. And coaches, a note of interest for you. If you are here next week for the 11 to 14 state championship, you are invited to leave your banners hanging unless you need to change your location. You are welcome to leave your banners for next week. Looking forward to seeing many of you back. And there's a PR for Alexis. In fact, a couple 3 PRs in that heat. Nice swimming. Heat 2. In lane 2, we have Mia. Lane 3, Sierra. Lane 4, Cora. Lane 5, Aubrey. Lane 6, Haley. And lane 7, Bella. And ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate our champions in the 100-yard freestyle events. First, the girls 100 freestyle. Our 2026 state champion with a winning time of 49.86 from Rochester, Julia Ogren. In the boys, 100-yard freestyle para, your 2026 state champion with a winning time of 1:00.47 from the Omni Otters, Logan Clares. And event 42, the boys 100-yard freestyle, your 2026 state champion with a winning time of 44.88 from North Suburban, Danny By. Congratulations, our state champions in the 100-yard freestyle events. And here comes Cora Roseborough. She was 255 outdoors and a really nice 28.8. That's a much better time than her meter seat time. And now heat 3. Swimming in lane 1 is Corinna. Lane 2, Selby. Lane 3, Cora. Lane 4, Paige. Lane 5, Delaney. Lane 6, Avery. Lane 7, Annabelle. And lane 8, Kira. Heat 4. In lane 1, Kaya. Lane 2, Mercy. Lane 3, Ellie. Lane 4, Liz. Lane 5, Sophie. Lane 6, Ariana. In 7, Isla. And lane 8, Kate. And oh my goodness, Kaya Casey that's Kate Walsh. Kate Walsh in lane 8, out like there's no second 100 to this race. And she's now 37. creeping up on Kate is Ellie Katz of Edina in lane 3, but Kate keeping it going really well. Ellie about 9/10 faster on that last 50. And Ellie with a 3-second drop to a 2:26, and Kate with a 2-second drop to a 2:28. And now heat 5. In lane 2, Mia. Lane 3, Josefa. Lane 4, Aaron. In 5, Sophia. Lane 6, Aspen. And lane 8, Rachel. Lane 6, Aspen, our 50 breaststroke champ. Using a little of that speed early on, 30.9. That is one slippery first 50. And Aspen a 106.85 at the 100. She could come back in a 120 and still have a PR, but that's not going to happen. Still splitting really well. And there it is, a 2:22.1 for Aspen. Big swim. And that tops the leaderboard with one heat to go. Heat 6. In lane 2, Mia. Lane 4, Logan, our top seed. Lane 5, Audrey. Lane 6, Carolyn. Lane 7, Malia. And lane 8, Bella. And Logan looking smooth. 106 flat. Little bit ahead of Aspen's time in the previous heat. And Logan looking a lot like a 2:18 Audrey Saris of Riptide, having a nice swim. And there's a 2:18.9 for Logan and a 2:19.9 for Audrey. And now event 44, the boys 200 breaststroke. We have 5 heats. He won. In lane 3 is Will, lane 4 Michael, lane 5 Aiden, lane 6 Roshan. Lane 4, this is Michael Redford of Fox Jets. Out in a 106. Couple of 37s, he could be close to a 220. And a 2:23.5. It's the best time. Big time, best time. 7-second drop for Aiden Sorley. PR for Will Beckler also. Now heat 2. In lane 1 is Oscar. Lane 3, Luke. To lane 4, Dan. Lane 5, Asa. In 6, Tyler. Lane 7, Carson. And a pair of 104s. The real mix of yard and meter seed times. Bonus cuts, straight cuts, win it to swim it entries. You name it, Heat 2's got it. And still neck and neck here between Luke and Dan. And Dan explodes on his last 50, 2:15.2 for Dan. Nice drop from Mackenzie Schrader that is Luke Anderson. Nice drop. Now Heat 3. In lane 1, Luca. Lane 2, Jasper. Lane 5, Henry. Lane 6, oops, I'm sorry. Let's start over. Lane 1 is Ruslan. Lane 2, Luke. Lane 5, Ben. Lane 6, Owen. Lane 7, Wesley. And lane 8, Broden. Looking good in lane 2 is Luke Grotius. Luke had a birthday this weekend. I don't know if he set a PR on his birthday, but he is very likely going to blow up his PR here today. Luke came in with a 218 high. We can see a 213. And 211, 7-9. Big swim for Luke. Heat 4. In lane 1, Luca. Lane 2, Jasper. Lane 3, Avery. In 4, Isaiah. Lane 5, Henry. Lane 6, Jim. Lane 7, Daniel. And lane 8 is another Henry. No relation to the Henry in lane 5. And popping out a little bit at the 100 is Jim Graham of Northfield. And Jim looks like he's getting stronger. The time to beat, 2:11.79 by Luke. And there is a 2:10.20 for Jim Graham. A big 5-second time drop, and he will jump to the top of the leaderboard. Heat 5. In our top-seeded heat, in lane 1, William Zuo. In 2, Sunhong Chua. Lane 3, Talon McFarland. Lane 4, Charlie Bobbick. Lane 5, Mason Krings. Lane 6, Gabe Brodeen. Lane 7, Ethan Liu. And lane 8, Alex Feldsha. Charlie Bobbick, our 400 IM champion. And Charlie with a nice lead. William Zuo of Aquajets is cooking with gas in lane 1. And Charlie, a 2:03.17, a PR for Charlie. Nice swim. Second goes to Tylen McFarland, who had a terrific last 50. And third to William Zuo. Now we move on to the 400-yard freestyle relay. Girls, this is event 45. We have 4 heats. Heat 1. In lane 1, we have Tuna B with Vidika, Clara, Jaya, and Sierra. Lane 2, Fox Jets B with Olivia, Tanya, Maddie, and Sydney. Lane 3, North Star A with Delaney, Sylvie, Corey, Cora, and Whitney. Lane 4, Velocity Aquatics A with Ella, Ruthie, Lola, and Ainsley. Lane 6, the Men Flyers with Hannah, Layla, Sophie, and Aaliyah. Lane 7, Sims B with Evelyn, Mia, Avery, and Carrie. And as this relay settles in, let's congratulate our champions in the 200-yard breaststroke. In the girls' 200-yard breaststroke, your 2026 state champion with a winning time of 2:18.93 from the Southeast Metro Sharks, Logan Haverman. In the boys' 200 breaststroke, your 2026 state champion with a winning time of 2:03.17 from Central Minnesota, Charlie Bobek. Congratulations, Charlie and Logan. And leading a tight pack here is Sims B. This is Carrie Brown anchoring for Sims. And she holds off, a challenge by Aaliyah Lewick. Heat 2. In lane 1, we have Central Minnesota B with Arilyn, McKenna, Kate, and Braylon. In lane 2, Minnetonka B with Brooke, Alice, Lauren, and Keeley. Lane 3, Rochester B with Penny, Maddie, Hallie, and Allie. Lane 5, Sems A with Addison, Malia, Iris, and Logan. Lane 6, Mantas A with Kate, Emma, Britton, and Jordan. Lane 7, Great Wolf A with Gracie, Kara, Natalie, and Kaya. And in lane 8, Hurricanes B with Anna, Reese, Eileen, and Helen. Sems with a slight lead, but Central Minnesota over here in lane 1 kind of swimming under the radar. And we've got Great Wolf, Kara Gorzik jumping out. And Great Wolf will lead going into the third leg. And Iris Sorensen Wagner pulling the Sems Sharks ahead. Central Minnesota doesn't want to give up much. That was Kate Walls, an outstanding leg. In the water now for Sems is Logan Haverman. For Central Minnesota, Braylon Rudolph. And Logan brings Sems in 3:37.02. Good, nice split for Logan. And now heat 3. In lane 2, Hurricanes A with Evie, Molly, Lily, and Maddie. Lane 3, Central Minnesota A with Avery, Kaya, Maggie, and Izzy. Lane 4, Tuna A with Lucia, Lexi, Paige, and Maya. Lane 5, Riptide B with Lily, Audrey, Caroline, and Avery. Lane 6, Fox Jets A with Rachel, Huiju, Mercy, and Laney. In lane 7, South Metro Storm B with Carolyn, Taylor, Adri, and Taylor. Lane 8, St. Croix A with Olivia, Gabby, Sabina, and Isabel. And here comes Fox Jets. And Lainey Henderson brings Fox Jets A in at a 3:35.28. And that will be the time to beat going into our final heat. Heat 4. In this, our top-seeded heat, swimming in lane 2, Riptide A. These are all A's except lane 8. Riptide A with Marion, Vivian, Isla, and Madeline. Lane 3, Aqua Jets with Megan, Vivian, Emma, and Macy. Lane 4, our top seed, Peyton, Lexi, Janessa, and Maddie from South Metro Storm. Lane 5, Minnetonka with Audrey, Annika, Bree, and Sophia. Lane 6, Rochester with Julia, Elise, Corinna, and Chloe. Lane 7, North Suburban with Lauren, Ellie, Audrey, and Abby. And lane 8, Aqua Jets B with Kaylee, Kayla, Brooke, and Mackenzie. And Julia Ogren out in 50.02 stakes Rochester to a big lead. Elise Weingarten trying to hold off Lexi Tippy. And Rochester and Storm still close. This is Janessa Sentiers in the water for Storm. Corinna Ton for Rochester. And we got a hot one for Aqua Jets in lane 3. They're a little ways behind, but at 24.99 first 50 for Vivian Schott. That was Emma Risto. And Storm taking control here. This is Maddie Parent in the water now for Storm. In second, this is Sophia Kurkowski-Gonzalez for Minnetonka, but closing, Rochester's Chloe Magnuson. And it's going to be Storm, 3:27. Minnetonka second and Rochester third. Our next event, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. We have 5 heats. E1. In lane 3, Hurricanes B with Thomas, Parker, Axel, and Aiden. Lane 4, the Minnesota Flyers with Eddie, Isaiah, Leaf, and Justin. Lane 5, Rochester B with James, Jasper, Caleb, and Liam. Nice 50-point lead off for Eddie of the Flyers. And we have a new leader, thanks to a nice second 50 there by Rochester's Jasper Barone. And the Flyers, Leif Olson has reclaimed the lead. And the Flyers will anchor with Justin Ma. Rochester will drop anchor with Liam Oswald. And right with Rochester is Hurricanes B with Aiden Hawk. And Justin lightened it up pretty good. 22.81 on the way out. And the Flyers in at 320.97. Followed by Rochester and Hurricanes. Heat 2. In lane 2, Sams B with Alexander, Ethan, Shaib, and Ben. Lane 4, South Metro Storm with Kellen, Alex, Tyler, and Ethan. Lane 5, Northfield A with Lucas, John, Jacob, and Logan. Lane 6, Hastings A with Ben, James, Oscar, and Jacob. Lane 7, Velocity B with Nicholas, Wyatt, Mark, and Luke. And Storm with Alex throwing down about a 50-second split. This is now Tyler Hultgren in the water. But making it interesting is Jacob Gleason of Northfield in lane 5. And here they go. This is Ethan Gens for South Metro Storm and Logan Flynn of Northfield. And on the strength of a 49-28 anchor leg for Ethan Gens is Storm. And now heat 3. In lane 1, Aqua Jets B with Alex, Tim, Hendrick, and Henry. Lane 2, North Star A with Wyatt, Henry, Jared, and Soren. Lane 3, Hurricanes A with Luca, Jacob, Carter, and Tristan. In lane 4, North Suburban B with Isaac, Sam, Carson, and Holden. Lane 5, Mako A with Owen, Maddox, Grant, and Luke. Lane 6, Great Wolf A with Zach, Vincent, Joshua, and Kipton. Lane 7, St. Croix A with Alex, Pascal, Paolo, and Avery. And in lane 8, Riptide B with Micah, Wes, Nolan, and Carson. And North Suburban in the lead. This is Carson Hamill, but North Star knocking on the door. Although we have more challengers. Hurricanes in lane 3. This is Carter Peters. And lane 5, Mako with Grant Slavsky. And 3 teams take off. Aqua Jets here in lane 1. This is Henry Schultz. In lane 4 for North Suburban, Holden 10. And in lane 3, Hurricanes Tristan Fowry. And suddenly we've got 5 teams in the mix. And Kipton Helmrich of Great Wolf. Huge swim for Kipton. And Great Wolf posts a 3:17. And that goes to the top of the leaderboard. Now heat 4. In lane 2, Sems A with Finn, Andrew, Teo, and Colton. Lane 3, Rochester A with Andrew, Gabe, Miko, and William. Lane 4, Central Minnesota A with Tommy, Sawyer, Hayden, and Charlie. Lane 5, Riptide A with Aiden, Gabe, Oliver, and Thomas. Lane 6, South Metro Storm A with Charlie, Parker, Luke, and Owen. And in lane 7, Black Line A with Brad, Louie, Ruslan, and Liam. Rochester out fast Andrew Linden, 47.8. Andrew King of Sems pulling out ahead now by a little bit. And now Teo Sinowo for Sems. Miko Palcheski of Rochester. Sems A with about a body length and a half lead. Sems will anchor with Colton Rosinski. Rochester will anchor with William Truskowski, but they are currently in 5th place right now. Anchor legs in the water for Sems, Colton Rosowski. Rochester, William Truskowski. Lane 4, Charlie Bobek for Central Minnesota. Lane 5, Riptide Thomas Foss. And lane 6 for Storm, Owen Baudette. And Central Minnesota with Charlie Bobek, a 3:11. As we rewrite the leaderboard completely with 1 heat to go. Heat 5. In lane 1, West Express A with Ethan, Alex, Joey, and Sam. Lane 2, Velocity Aquatics A with Cam, Henry, Michael, and Sam. Lane 3, North Suburban A with Lucas, Rogan, Benno, and Danny. Lane 4, Minnetonka A with Bricks, William, James, and Ben. Lane 5, Minnetonka B with Morgan, Cole, Rowan, and Camden. Lane 6, Lake Superior with Lucas, Ezekiel, Will, and Joey. Lane 7, Aqua Jets A with Ballard, Isaiah, Sun Hong, and Broden. Lane 8, Tuna A with Mason, Brady, Wesley, and Dante. This is Rogan Ellis trying to hold off William Finicani Tuccio from Minnetonka. James Lemus in the water from Minnetonka. And for North Suburban, Benno Schubauer. For 47-2 for Rogan Ellis, 46-9 for William Fenicani Tuccio. Minnetonka will anchor with Ben Jobs. North Suburban will anchor with Danny By. A 45-5 for Benno Schubauer. $50 yards to go in the meet. And 0.3 of a second separate North Suburban and Minnetonka. And they are dead even with 25 to go. Ben with a great turn. And it is Minnetonka by 12 100ths of a second. A great race and a terrific way to wrap up what has been a spectacular state championship here in 2026. And ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to stick around. We will recognize our freestyle relay champions. And we have High Point Awards to present, both distance high point and overall high point. And then we will present team championship banners. So lots of really good stuff to come. So please stick around and help us honor these outstanding young athletes on a terrific meet. And while we're waiting for those results, how about a big, big thank you to the Aquajet Swim Club, meet director Danielle Wenzel, all of the volunteers that pulled this meet together, our timers who backed up the timing system, our officials who made sure our results were meaningful and that all of our swims were legal. A big thank you to the Aquatic Center staff for their professionalism and outstanding work. Let's recognize our champions. In the 400-yard freestyle relay, the 2026 state champions in the girls 400-yard freestyle relay with a winning time of 3:27.45. The team of Peyton Hultgren, Lexi Tippy, Janessa Sentiers, and Maddie Parent from the South Metro Storm. Our 2026 state champions in the boys 400-yard freestyle relay, the team of Brix DeWitt, William Fenicani Tuccio, James Lamus, and Ben Jobs from Minnetonka. And ladies and gentlemen, here are the distance high point trophy winners in the girls competition. Third with 102 points, Caroline Mulrooney of Riptide. In second with 110 points, Madeline Jenin of Riptide. And your 2026 distance high point winner with 119 points from North Suburban, Ellie Bina. Here are the boys' distance high point. In third, from Rochester with 79 points, Jasper Barone. In second, from Riptide with 83 points, Gabe Lenzen. And our 2026 distance high point winner with 86 points from Minnetonka, Drew Rell. In the individual high point rankings, in the girls competition, in third place with 176 points from Sem's Logan Haverman. In second with 192 points from South Metro Storm, Lexi Tippy. And our 2026 high point winner with 219 points from Rochester, Julia Ogren. In the boys' individual high point competition, in third with 172 points from North Suburban, Danny Bai. In second with 175 points from Tuna, Mason Krings. And our 2026 individual high point winner with 203 points from Central Minnesota, Charlie Bobek. Now, here are the team scores, and we invite a member of each team, a coach or team members, to come forward and pick up their banner. In Class A, combined boys and girls, in third place with 156, the Omni Otters. In second, with 325 points, North Star Swim Team. And our Class A champions in 2026 with 558 points, Lake Superior Swim Club. In Class AA, in third place with 798 points, Tuna Swim Club. In second, with 1,097 points, Central Minnesota. And our Class AA team champions with 1,185.5 points, North Suburban. And our Class AAA team scores, in third place with 2,084 points, Riptide Swim Team. In second with 2,155 points, Aqua Jets Swim Team. And our AAA state champions with 2,477.5 points, Minnetonka Swim Club. Congratulations, Minnetonka. Please come over and collect your banner. And ladies and gentlemen, as our swimmers enjoy these photo op moments, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. And again, big thanks to all those on the deck and behind the scenes that made this meet so good and so terrific. For many of you, we'll look forward to seeing you next weekend at the 11 to 14 state championship. And for those of you moving on to other national competitions such as futures or juniors, we wish you all the best. And for those of you whose seasons may be ending tonight, we bid you good training and look forward to seeing you in the long course season. So once again, thanks everybody for joining us. Congratulations to our team champions, Lake Superior, North Suburban, and Minnetonka. And everybody, please, please, please travel safely home tonight and be safe tomorrow from the storm. One more time, thank you, Aqua Jets, for a terrific meet, and thank you all for joining us. We wish you a very, very pleasant good evening, safe travels, and a good night.